Welcome to the Miracles in Wellness podcast. My name is Clarissa Booker, and I'm a holistic coach and beauty expert. I'm here to empower and motivate you to improve your health and lose weight by adding more whole plant foods into your lifestyle. In addition, kick stress to the curb. So be open to receive, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Happy Monday, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So today we're going to talk a little bit about batch cooking, right? I know you hear people talk about just batch cook, prep your food, and all of these things. But do you ever just feel like you just don't feel like it? But look, it's so good. It's so helpful, and definitely to improve your health, all of those things. And with weight loss, it is a must do, right? It just is. There's just so many wonderful benefits of it. And if you just take a couple of steps, you can definitely implement it and just go get it done, all right? I mean, for one, it's just absolutely wonderful because it'll just keep you from overthinking. And then sometimes when you're overthinking, that lends to binges and you just grab whatever it is that you see, right? Because you're just hungry. And if your food is already prepared and waiting for you, it's less likely that you will just reach for something else in the cabinet or just something like that. You know what I mean? So just taking this time just to go through it and just set your food aside will be so beneficial to you. And just the best thing you can do to start is just to time block, just like you're doing your calendar throughout the week. If you go on Sunday evenings or Thursdays, whatever that day is for you, that you go and you go over your schedule for the week, add that in there and be like, have a designated day. Because honestly, it is just very easily to get distracted and not want to do the thing. Because sometimes you might be tired, you might have a lot of things going on, and then it turns into this one more thing that I have to do. And we don't want that, because we want to set you up for success, right? And it's just one thing that you can put into your routine, right? And it will simplify things so much more. I mean, so let's say you have your recipes or you have some ideas of things you want to prepare, right? So you have some healthy, delicious, plant-based recipes waiting for you. You'd be like, that might be some recipes you've been eyeing. Be like, yes, I want to try that. It looks so good. So this is your time, right? This is your time to do the thing. So just get your recipes out or whatever you have thought in your mind. And sometimes once you get used to cooking a certain way, you don't even need recipes. You could just have fun. Just pull the spices out, pull the herbs out, and just get to work, right? At the beginning, who just loves some new recipes, right? So get those out and just look at all the ingredients that you need, right? Very simple. You just look just like you're doing your grocery shopping, right? Just write everything down, write a list. They got apps for everything now. You write it in your apps, see what you have, what you don't have, right? And you can start there. Then you just go to the store and get everything you need. Just do it in a day. You could do this 1 to 2 times a week, depending on how many people you're feeding, how you eat, all the things. The more working out you're doing, the more movement you're doing, the more food you're going to consume, and allow yourself to consume that food. Do not starve yourself. You lose weight by eating. Yes, the more food you eat, the more active you are, because you got to feed your body those nutrients. Calories is energy, and we need that. So you have your, say, 5 to 7 days worth of ideas. You went to the store, you got all your food, you have all your ingredients set out. You have it on the counter. You're going to have it situated into groups, right? You can bring on your pots and your pans, just get it all out there in an orderly fashion so that you don't feel like it's too much for you to do, right? The more orderly it is there, the easier it'll be to go through it, okay? So for example, if you like to eat quinoa, just make more quinoa, right? It will instead of making 2 cups, just make 6. You can make more of it. It could just store it right there in your fridge, right? It'll be the same time that it takes to prepare it, to cook it, right? Don't overthink it. Sometimes when you feel like it's more for you to do, sometimes you wind up overthinking, and then that's when maybe like overwhelm or some like little tension might come into play. We don't need that. Just take one step at a time, right? You're just making more of it. And also, you also can freeze your food. You can freeze items. Just make sure you label and date everything, okay? So you don't even have to eat everything right now, but just to know that it's there. So those bigger staples, like your grains and things of that nature, you can make more of it. Have some in the fridge, have some in the freezer. Boom, it's there for you to go. So if you notice more things that you like to eat, that's perfect. Just make more, and it's there for you and your family, all right? And then even when you think about it, it is not more work for you to do. It's actually less. You might be doing more at one particular time. Like say you want to do it on Sundays, everybody's home. You can make it a family affair, whatever that is. Football season's up, right? Look, got the game on, everybody doing their thing. If you're into it, it's fun. And, just sit there and just do all the things. And it actually will wind up saving you time because you have to think about it. You're not going to be worrying about cooking each night. Because then sometimes when you feel like you got to cook each night, what do? You don't do any of it, right? You go grab something on your way home and then you're not supposed to be eating it sometimes, right? Depending on what that is, or you just snack. So having this there, it will actually save you time in the long run, right? Storing it away, cooking it like that, which will result, as I said earlier, in the less likely to binge, right? Whenever it's there, it's more apt for you to grab it when it's already prepared. Because sometimes, honestly, you just don't want to do it, right? You just tired and you're like, not today. You might sit down on that couch or whatever it is, and you just don't feel like it. It's human nature sometimes. You go through motions sometimes. So having it already there is awesome. All right. And then if you are preparing your own food, it's less cleanup, right? Because also whenever you're thinking about it, when you're cooking multiple times a day, that's dishes on top of dishes in your sink that you're constantly cleaning up. And that's one less item on your to-do list. And you don't have to feel like you have to eat the same food over and over. Ideally, most people do eat the same food over and over. You just don't think about it until it's actually there. But let's say you are eating chickpeas for your protein, because even though you're plant-based, you're still eating your protein, right? Your healthy fats, your protein, your fiber. We want a balanced meal, okay? So let's say we're doing that and you just cook a whole lot of chickpeas, let's say. And you can do different things with that, right? Maybe you want to make a hummus for some yummy dip. So you got some celery and some carrot, good snack there, okay? So you want to make a curry with some chickpeas or some falafel. I mean, there's just so many ways that you can pair a food, right? Just one ingredient, one source of food, it's miraculous. It can do so many different things, right? Just be open to try new things. Also, you could batch cook some sauces, right? And you could put those in the freezer, just making sure you label them again. And even when you are preparing sauces at home, you know the ingredients in it. Because when you buy stuff from the store, you turn the label over. It's just a lot of stuff in there. And right, and we want to keep our ingredients. If we're buying something out of a box or a can or something like that, it's maybe like 4 or 5 ingredients or less. The more it has, the more chemicals and preservatives and just all the things in there, right? So just taking the time to prepare some sauces or just whatever it is that you enjoy, right? And you don't have to prepare like 5 sauces at once. I mean, so if you're just starting out, do 1 or 2. And then, you'll put some in the freezer, and then each week you have more items, and then everything just grows and you have more to choose from. And if you don't have to do everything on the same day as well, so maybe one day, maybe Saturday at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, or whenever it suits your schedule, right? You just go to the grocery store, the farmer's market, wherever that is that you like to buy your food items. And then on the next day, on Sunday, you decide to cook. You set up 90 minutes aside to prepare your food. And also one thing you can do if you don't want to actually physically cook everything is use like a slow cooker or crock pot and just put like some items in there. Like I love to make me some lentil soup. I'll throw some lentils in there, some kale, and just a lot of stuff I throw in there. And it's so good, okay? It is just so good. And sometimes I do that at night, and in the morning it's ready and good to go. All right. There's different ways you could do it, but just taking the time to set aside for yourself, for your health, is absolutely wonderful and it's beneficial, and you will absolutely enjoy it. And then once you'll get into the routine of it, you won't even think about it. It'll become like second nature. Be like, wait, I got to get this done. And it's just one less thing for you to worry about for all of you guys. You know what I mean? So it's one less thing for you to worry about for you and your family. Just to have that big part of it, which is so important, right? For you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, just having that already done, okay? And then one thing you're doing when you are doing it, just know what foods cook longer and just time it like that. So let's say you're doing beans or grains or something like that, it might take longer. You just start with that, right? Then move on to the next item, maybe some veggies that take longer, and just keep going down and just kind of time it out, and if you feel like the first time you like, what did I get myself into? It's okay. Just have fun with it. You just try again and keep going. Then you'll just get into a flow. All right. Okay, so I went ahead and made a little guide for you. It'll just have some information on it about some ideas to give you to start batch cooking that you want to prep. So you can go ahead and get that at bit.ly/batch day. That's bit.ly/batch day. And of course, I will have that for you in the show notes to click on. All right, so until next time.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform, and also don't forget to leave a written review, as well as share this episode. That's how we spread the message.